Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Valeria from mindthegrad.com, guiding you towards your dream education and career in the UK. In today's video, I want to talk to you about 2 UK government scholarships available for students to study masters in the UK. By the end of my video, you should be more familiar with these 2 scholarships, Chevening Scholarship and Commonwealth Scholarship. You will also understand whether you're eligible to apply for these scholarships, and if you choose to apply, what is the process. So let's begin with Chevening Scholarship. Chevening Scholarship is UK government's scholarship program aimed at creating global citizens and leaders. It is a full scholarship to study a master's program in the UK. I'm giving you information based on my knowledge, experience and research, but if you want official information from Chevening, you need to go to their website. I'm leaving you the link below. So what's included in your master's scholarship from Chevening? The first and obvious thing that will be included in your master's scholarship is the fees of the course. The full cost of your master's degree, no matter how expensive it is, will be covered by a scholarship. The second thing you will receive is a living allowance. The living allowance will cover the costs of accommodation in the UK and also other living costs you might have while studying in the UK. The third thing is visa costs. If you need to obtain a visa to study in the UK, you will receive an allowance to cover this cost. The fourth thing is an allowance to travel to the UK, an allowance to return from the UK, as well as the final thing, the cost of the flight to the UK and back to your country will be covered. Now let's talk about eligibility for Chevening Scholarship. To be eligible for a Chevening award, you must be a citizen of a Chevening eligible country. There are certain countries that are considered to be Chevening eligible, and there are lots of countries included. For example, China, India, Pakistan, Russia, Morocco, Brazil, Singapore, and many more. The countries that are not included from the top of my head are US, France, and Germany. The second thing is you must return to your home country upon completing your master's degree. This is a non-negotiable clause. The third thing is you must already have an undergraduate degree from your home country. The fourth thing is that you must have 2 years of work experience. And the final thing that is required from you to be eligible to study and apply for Chevening Scholarship, you must apply for 3 different master's programs in the UK, and you must obtain at least 1 unconditional offer. There are also a few things to remember about your master's program. You must apply for a full-time master's program. It must be based in the UK. It should be taught program, not research-based, and it must lead to a master's qualification. Another important thing to remember is that you might be asked to fulfill English language requirement, and this should be done by July of the year you're applying in. Usually, you're required to get a score of 6.5 in IELTS or equivalent. I hope the eligibility criteria is clear. If not, you can ask me any questions in the comment section below. Now let's talk about the process of applying for a Chevening Scholarship. Usually you have to apply in August to start this September the following year. So for example, if you want to start in September 2020, you have to apply in August 2019. Then, if you're successful upon the submission of your application, you will proceed to next stage. The next stage is your 2 or more referees will be asked to provide reference on you. If you pass this stage, the next stage is to attend an interview. An interview is not necessarily will be located in the UK. You won't have to fly to the UK, but it has to be at the British Commission. So you'll have to attend the nearest embassy of the UK. Interview is the final stage, and if you're successful, you'll be awarded this amazing scholarship. But an important thing to remember that you must come back to your home country upon completing your degree. There is absolutely no way you can stay in the UK upon completion of your degree. You have to go back to your home country and make that positive impact you talked about in your application. Now moving on to Commonwealth Scholarships. This scheme is funded by UK Government Department for International Development. Around 800 scholarships are given to candidates from Commonwealth countries. These countries are India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and many more. The main aim of this program is to qualify the leaders of Commonwealth countries that are otherwise not able to come to study to the UK. This is also a full scholarship to study a master's program in the UK. Each Commonwealth Master's Scholarship includes such things as full tuition fees, a living allowance, an allowance to cover the cost of flight to the UK and from the UK, if you're a single parent, also a child allowance, an allowance or grant to write your thesis if applicable, and also an allowance for warm clothing if you need one. To be eligible for a Commonwealth Master's Scholarship, you have to be a citizen of an eligible Commonwealth country. You also must hold a first degree of an upper second class honours standard. And the third thing is you must be unable to come to study in the UK unless you are sponsored by this scholarship. Most probably you have never studied abroad before. Now let's talk about the process of applying to this Commonwealth Scholarship. You have to first apply to a UK university that has a part funding agreement with Commonwealth Scholarship Commission. Some UK universities have agreed to part fund this scholarship scheme. So you should apply to one of these universities. I'll leave the link below for your information, or you can also find this information on Commonwealth Scholarship website. Don't worry, most of the best universities in the UK have agreed to part fund this scholarship. The second thing you should do is apply to one of the nominating bodies. These organizations are specific to your country. And then the final thing is to actually apply for the scholarship through Commonwealth website. You have to make an online application through Commonwealth Scholarship Commission even if you have applied through another nominating body. Important thing to remember about Commonwealth Scholarship that you're not able to remain in the UK for work upon completing your master's degree. You might be able to remain in the UK for PhD study, but this is also not guaranteed. Nonetheless, don't be discouraged for applying for this scholarship. It's a great scheme and it could be your chance to be qualified in the UK. I hope you found this information useful, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I did another video on university scholarships that you might find helpful. You can also download a list of 100 scholarships available from my website, and do check out my blog. I give lots of useful advice there as well. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know, and best of luck from Mind The Grad.